Ugly truth. It is that time again. It's time for us to have Stephanie in the studio.
Hello.
You're still sick.
Well, of course. I don't have a time to heal.
I know.
Seriously,
you don't have time to heal.
Like, seriously, I sing for a musical, and it's crazy. The schedule is crazy, but I'm okay. I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah.
You have your coffee. You have your wings.
I have my coffee. I have the wings from you. Thank you. Really, really.
Well, actually, I didn't get much sleep last night either. And so my producer saw this, and she asked our writer to buy me some. And so I've already had mine. I've already had my wings.
Sure?
Yes.
Really? So thank you.
Yeah, this is for you. Because I knew that as soon as you walked into the studio, you're going to be like, I need wings.
I need to. Seriously.
Right now, you need a medical bed and an IV. What I
Oh,
think.
yes. Oh, yes. And it's raining outside, so my joints are hurting.
Yeah. Actually, a couple days ago, my knee hurt. I'm just like, is it going to rain? And it started raining.
Yeah. Can I go home?
Do the show and then go home.
Really? I think our listener will understand my situation, so
yes.
I can just go.
Yeah, you can just... No, you can't. You can't leave the show. You can just go with the show if you'd like to.
Okay. By the way, your dress is very summery.
It is. I know.
It's raining outside, Ida.
It is. It's the shortest yet... I guess shortest yet...
Stop.
I guess comfortable
by the way.
dress I have. No, because I know that I'm going to get wet, and I wanted to skirt that. Even though it gets wet, it's okay. But anyway, sorry.
Okay, you have a car, so that doesn't make any sense.
But I had to go to the airport this morning.
I know your mom came.
Yes, she's here.
She's here again. Again, my mom is here too.
Yeah, she's gonna be here for almost 3 weeks, and then she's gonna come back again in December.
Really?
Yay!
Stop it.
I don't think I can make you laugh today because you're like dying on me.
I like coughing, but it's okay. It's happy coughing.
Happy coughing. All right. Well, we've got a lot of interesting stories for today. So,
oh yes.
First story.
All right, first one. Hey, Ida and Stephanie. I was sitting on one of the chairs in my school student center, and while I was sitting, a random boy came and sat next to me. I didn't notice at first. Then I started to smell something weird. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't see a trash can near me. But then I realized it was a boy. It was a really horrible smell. Oh no. I can't even describe it. Probably like boiled eggs sitting in the hot sun for a week. Oh, really bad. I was debating to walk away, and when I was about to stand up, the boy was asking me to help. He told me he needed to find a certain classroom, and I quickly told him I didn't know where it was, but I actually knew where it was. I really didn't want him near just in case the scent rubbed onto me. So I sent him off to the student help center. I was wondering if you ever had a situation like this.
We lived with somebody that was like this.
Oh yeah. But really, like boiled eggs? Wow. Your description is like, yeah. I like it. Boiled eggs sitting on the sun for a week? That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess it was that bad. But I feel...
But you know what? Like, in the social life, we kind of have to, like,
live
with it. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are not aware of their own hygiene.
Yeah, and especially from school, there are a lot of people in school.
I feel that, especially after, PE class and stuff like that, after gym, obviously some people could sense that, they could be a little smelly. But I mean, that's...
Like gym,
that's
PE class.
That's thought of because they're going to be working out. But
oh, by the way, this is from Crystal 592, our listener.
Exactly. You don't have to. Well, I think after reading that, you don't have to necessarily say who it was from. But yeah, I mean, Crystal, you're not alone. Honestly, the reason is because everybody does have somebody in their life, or they'll meet somebody. Here in Korea, there's public transportation. You get on the subway.
Especially in a rainy day.
It's summer. It's rainy outside.
Yeah, but you can't really like show up like your face expression.
Yeah, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, that's mean. Don't do that.
So it's kind of hard to ever do anything about it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, especially in the evening. If you get on the train around, I'm guessing around 8 to 10. So, towards the later times, you'll have the older guys, the adishis. They smell like alcohol. They smell like pork belly. They smell like cigarettes.
Pork belly. Wow.
They smell like pork belly, so samgyeopsal. They smell like that, alcohol, cigarettes, and they're kind of like grunting at themselves. They smell.
Yeah, they're living their life, so.
And so, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are like that in the world. So, when it comes to stuff like this, it's not really
a big problem, but it's just like one of the situations that you kind of you can't really ignore.
Yeah. You know what I like to do though? Aromatherapy small little bottles. Like just aromatherapy oils, like peppermint oils or different oils.
Yeah.
I carry one around with me. And
why don't you just carry a perfume?
Well, because it gets worse. If you start spraying perfume around people that smell bad, it just, it's really nasty. So, if you
take a shower.
They're the one that smells, not you. You're in the subway. Girl, what you talking about?
Girl!
What you talking about? So just kind of put maybe a dab underneath your nose. If it's aroma oils, then all you smell is that.
For you.
Yeah, for me, not for them. How am I going to start? I can't, carry around sprayers and be like, excuse me, excuse me. It's like, excuse me.
It's like, you're smelly. Oh,
yeah.
That's so mean.
Because
you never know, like, what kind of problem that they have.
You might be smelling, too.
Yeah.
So.
Like, we eat a lot of garlic, Korean.
I've noticed that foreigners do say that Koreans smell a lot more garlicky than other people. I'm just like, we do.
Because we eat kimchi and
garlic a lot.
Garlics and, a lot.
Yeah.
So we can't really help it. But, yeah, it really depends on what you what your condition. It really depends on the condition.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a problem with your, digesting system, then you might have a smelly breath. But, and also, like, if you, like, drink or if you have, I don't know, like you said, like pork belly and smelly, if you eat something like that, you might be smelly the next day.
Oh, of course.
So you never know.
Yeah, and Felicia and our other listeners saying, I can kind of relate in class, always my psychology classes. There's this one person that comes in and smelled so bad. I don't want to be mean, but if I'm sitting in class, I'm like suffocating and I can't help but be in pain. But yeah, there's really not much to be done since it's their own life. So, you can't go up to say, excuse me, you smell bad.
Oh, no, that's so mean.
But, I mean, if let's say your friend is like that, then you can obviously say something about it,
Or you can just give a little, mint or some kind of,
like
candy.
Yeah. Help out with that. Yeah. But, other than that, I don't think there's anything that...
Well, there are a lot of people that, it's just like, it smells different than you, so... You just kind of have to deal with it.
When it comes to significant others, though, I mean, I think then you could actually say something.
Yeah, and sometimes when we say the mic control...
Oh my god, the mics. Oh my god, they smell bad.
Exactly.
Oh my god,
so a lot of people share the mic.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to just go with it. It's like in front of your nose. It's like right in front of you. You can't do anything.
Because some people... they put their lips on the mic.
A lot of
people do that. And then some people just keep it closer to it, but then again, you still spit on the mic. But at the shows, you all use the same mic unless you use the one on your cheek.
Oh!
Unless it's that one, that's yours. But other than that, the hand mics are all used. And so...
It's all used.
Yeah.
And that smell builds It
Yes,
builds
it does. Yes, it does.
So,
Well,
yeah,
thank
we
goodness,
always
though-
kind of
well,
like
thank
deal
goodness
with it.
our studio mics don't smell bad.
Yeah, the screen is it's clean.
Yeah, our screens are clean. So
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
smell
thank you, PD Nim.
bad.
I love you so much.
Well, yeah, all of our
She doesn't
engineers.
really care.
All of our engineers.
She's not even looking at us.
Take care of that. Tang says, deodorant. I make sure I carry a bottle of that with me during summer, and I usually bring an extra set of change of clothes just in case. See, Tang is on top of it because, I mean, even
Hey,
for me,
Tang!
I like to keep extra clothes with me, or at least something
Uh-huh.
to, keep fresh, I guess, like body mist at least to stay.
Body mist is good.
Yeah. Because
Do you-
perfume I feel is a little too strong.
But you exercise, you go to PT, and
Yeah.
you work out.
Mhm.
So you have a workout clothes,
Yes.
and then you have a street clothes.
Of course.
So you always have a extra clothes.
Of course.
So like for me, like I have a costume.
Mm-hmm.
So in the musical, I use the costume, but sometimes the costume smells bad.
Well, true. I mean, even if they try
Like
to
backstage is like
Yeah, well, that's
Crazy.
inevitable though, because they can't. They try to wash those once a week, but even though that,
not even once a week. So, but we can't really deal. We kind of
can't-
have
yeah.
to just go with it.
yeah, you have to go with it. Especially when when you start talking about bad odors, do a
Oh.
musical. First,
Because there are a lot of people.
yeah, first
sharing
month it's
the
okay.
costume. Yeah.
First month it's okay.
You did
Month number 2, it starts getting moldy. Everything gets nasty. You sweat. You share costumes, shoes, socks.
Yeah, especially when if your cast is like triple, like you really have to like share your everything.
Yeah,
Like even the props.
yeah.
Like we have a like water bottle prop.
Oh no.
We kind of have to like use it on the stage like together.
You're kissing all of your.
I don't really have to say it, right?
You're kissing all of your co-hosts. You're indirectly kissing all of your co-hosts.
Die.
Helen says, 101 Funk. When someone smells kind of funky, I think it's nice to give people some nose news. They may not be aware of it. I told someone they stank once. I did it privately, and they were grateful. The person started wearing deodorant. Problem solved. Huh.
So that person never wore deodorant.
Well, I mean, it depends on your bringing up as well. I remember I practiced with somebody. I don't think you remember her. She was a trainee before you came to the company. She was older than me, but considering she was a Korean, she actually had a lot more body odor than most Korean girls that I knew. And so it could be in her diet, it could be just her, but I noticed that she didn't know that she smelled that bad.
Oh,
Because-
you don't know because
She's always around it.
yeah.
She didn't know that was different.
that person never know.
And so, I think that later on somebody told her, because I met her a couple of years ago, and she had, quote, fixed the problem.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I guess talking with somebody is not a bad idea.
Like, if
indeed.
that odor gets like really really bad, you kind of have to like see a doctor.
True. It is
Because
treatable
you never
too.
know what kind of problem you have.
Yeah, it could
like
be
in your
some-
body, it can be your body problem.
It can be your body telling you that something's wrong. Well, we can't really do much about it, but there are other ways to kind of avoid it. So I guess avoiding it to its best would be the best way to go.
February's.
All right. We have Tess who is singing "Your Smell is Making
Oh
Me
my
Crazy."
gosh!
네 향기가 날 괴롭혀. So we're gonna take a listen to this track and we'll see you guys after this.
All right. Wow.
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 Okay.
Where do you even find this song?
I know. Our producer is amazing. She tries to find songs that fit the story perfectly. All right,
Like,
moving.
seriously, do you go to 노래방 or something like that? Crazy.
Our system is very well organized here.
Oh yeah.
One of our listeners, speaking of the playlist, 지안이님 says, PD님 정말 짱이시네요.
See? She's smiling.
The song plays are amazing, and
I'm like, who's the artist? Tess.
okay, we're just looking at the title. All right, so Tang says Ugly Truth playlist. It does get a bit scary for those of us who have submitted Ugly Truths to look at the playlist. If we are now having a real concerner in a confession that we can't get out, one look at the playlist and the song titles we're going to know what kind of ugly truths are going to be coming out. 무서워요. Well,
wow.
that's the beauty of the segment.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
moving on. Second story.
All right, second one. ID. I love K-pop from USA. Joyce. Yeah. All right. There was this guy I was friends with a while back. He was a year younger than me, and when he entered my school, I was his first friend and showed him around. But after a while, he got used to everything, and then we never spoke to each other ever again. Sometimes I was seeing him outside, but then he would just completely ignore me. What do I do? What is that even supposed to mean? He's just
He's a beep.
he's a
That's rude. That's very rude.
like why?
Why?
Like why? Seriously, give me his number.
What is up with this? Okay, so this is the thing.
Ignoring is like, why do you
Yeah.
ignore people? It's like that.
And on top of that, I mean, Joyce helped him settle into school, helped him around, helped him out, and then they're just like, goodbye.
Yeah.
I found more people.
Yeah, I mean,
So rude.
oh my goodness. You know what? People are like this.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's true.
Yeah. You don't think about it. Seriously, you're the one who's gonna get hurt. It's like, you're the one who's, kind of like, annoyed. But that person will not really care about it, so just let it go. You know, that's life.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of true.
Yeah. That is the ugly truth.
It is true.
So it's you're the one who's gonna get stressed, so, yeah, just don't think about it, just make a new friend. Don't take yeah.
You know, there's, just to kind of reword that, I guess, Joyce, when it comes to people, unfortunately, even though you do nice things to certain people, it doesn't come back that way. Let's say I didn't think of anything. I didn't think of any nice words back or anything back. I was just a good Samaritan like you were. Did something nice for somebody, but you feel that they kind of threw it back in your face.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many people like that in this world. And some people, they're oblivious to how to, I guess, be nice again. Some people, it seems that they don't know, I guess, that they're doing something wrong. So if they don't repay that kindness, they don't know that could be offensive.
Yeah, that, maybe they don't have any sense.
Yeah,
like
they don't.
that.
Yeah, they don't have that sense of being kind again, or that person's just a beep.
Yeah.
A beep.
Just, if that person is like, ignoring you on purpose, then that's a problem.
I mean, just ignore him too. Forget it.
Yeah, you can just like,
Hey, you were nice to him.
yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, the answer is just ignore him.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really do anything. You're not gonna just go up to the face and like saying like, "Oh, I showed you around," and you're not even saying hi. You know, that's no.
You know, I think that he needed a friend when he got there, and now that he has made, quote, friends, he doesn't want to meet up with you anymore, then just let him be. You know what? It's your loss, not his. To feel offended that he acts this way is natural, obviously, but don't sweat the small stuff. It's nothing to get overworked. Like Stephanie said, you're the one that's only going to be stressed about it, not him. So, just think, there's a saying in Korea that,
Old saying.
there's an old saying that, just think that you stepped in poop, and then, you know, what are you going to do about it? You've already stepped in it.
Yeah.
You just have to
Just
deal
let
with
it go. Yeah, just
Let
let
it
it
go.
clean it up and just
Clean
ignore.
it up and let it go.
Yeah.
Wipe your shoe and walk on.
I mean, like, even us, we bump into a lot of artists, and, you know, it's kind of weird because, we kind of, like, we think that we're kind of close to that artist, but it's not really. It's just because we are in the same industry, we're just saying hi. So, like, but, you know, sometimes you, like, you say, oh, maybe we should, catch up for the lunch or something like that. We never do that.
Yeah, we never do that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, in life, it's like you will deal with this kind of problem all the time.
You know what, Joyce? I'll give you an even better example. I'd rather have somebody just completely ignore me and then just get rid of that person in my life instead of having. So here's a even worse scenario for you. This guy comes up to you and he's just like, "Oh my goodness, Joyce, hi, how are you? Yeah, let's catch up sometime. I'll keep in touch." And then
never.
I think that would be a better person to just live your separate lives.
Oh yes.
You had a slight encounter, now it is gone, whatever. Instead of having very superficial people, because in the world, not only in just this business,
of course,
but all over the world, in any field that you go to, there's going to be 1 to 2 persons overreacts, over kiss butts all over, brown nosers so badly that they don't know where is what.
Yeah.
And they'll
never stop.
Yeah, and they'll
just
suck
do that
up to somebody just for the hell of it.
Yeah. It's just their personality.
Yeah, so I'd rather have somebody who just say hi or just, make eye contact
back and just
go.
let it go.
Yeah, just eye contact and just let it go.
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody like that instead of having him constantly coming up to you and causing you problems. Think about it. Joyce, you helped him out when he first started coming to school, but then you meet up with the friends that he just made, and you don't like the friends, then you're in even more of a uncomfortable decision.
And maybe it's not only you who's the victim of it. So maybe that person will do same thing to the other person, other people actually. So it's you who will get upset. So don't be obsessed with that.
Tang says, ignoring. I encountered that once when I was in the army. There was this new guy who got posted in my unit, and I basically showed him around and helped him settled in. Basically tried to be nice and friendly, but yeah, after a while it turned out that this guy turned against me, and it wasn't the nicest feeling ever. But yeah, besides getting over with that, there is nothing much you could do about it. There are people who are more important than these, so just get over.
But in the army, there's no social life in the army, so you kind of have to deal with the rules. But sometimes in our industry, they go to army very late, so you kind of have to your senior is much younger than you, but you kind of have to deal with it. It's life.
Yeah, that's life.
But you know what? If you get stressed from this kind of small problem, you will be so stressed out later on. So you just ignore it. Just ignore it. It's for you, really.
Yeah. Don't stress about it. I know it's annoying, and you kind of want to just throw something. I say go paintballing, go bowling, go to the baseball range. I don't know, whatever. Get your anxiety out. Think that you're throwing something at his face. Get it all out, and then just forget about it.
Yeah, just forget about it.
Forget about it. Rude people are constantly going to be rude. Obnoxious people are constantly going to be obnoxious. People like that, they kind of want the attention, and yet they also kind of, I feel, are just, they're just always going to be like that. Yeah. So,
it kind of pops in my mind, and, my friend, my old friend, she wanted to meet me for dinner. So I kind of gather up with my, we kind of have a crew, girl, girls' day out, something like that. So everyone gathered up, but it was her treat. She was like, "Oh,
I'll buy.
I'll buy," and I want to see everyone and blah blah blah. So we gathered up, and she didn't show up. So I paid.
Oh my god.
So you know what?
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, but I didn't really care because maybe she might have really busy or some kind of situation, but she didn't show up without saying anything. So that I don't like it.
Yeah.
if you have some kind of like
A promise.
promise or situation, then if you can't come, then you just text me or something like that.
Yeah.
But just not showing up is really rude.
Very rude.
Yeah, and especially when she's the one who's gonna pay it.
Yeah, and then you ended up paying.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part of
But
that
I'm happy
story.
with it because I pay for my friends. So
Okay, so yes, it does.
can you buy me dinner?
Sure.
Yeah, like tonight.
Not tonight.
Why?
I didn't sleep last night.
Because of your mom?
I did not sleep at all.
Really?
Yeah, I
You
did
look
not sleep.
pretty.
What does that have to do with me and not sleeping? Okay, I think we need to take a song break because Stephanie is
Really?
slowly but surely unwinding. I think we need a song break so that we can kind of charge her up again and so we can
Oh, yes.
put it into our last story.
Okay.
All right, we've got another track. Park Jin-hyuk is singing 그대가 스쳐갈 때면 When You Pass By. And we'll see you guys after this. So we have some messages. Hilland was remarking on our comments earlier. So true. Some people, unfortunately, are lifelong opportunists and flakes. They seem to get what they need or want from people, and when they're done, they feel no obligation to those who help them. They're selfish. Just look for the signs and try to avoid them, if possible, in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems that David said, yes, I hate it when people don't show up after they give their word that they're going to meet at this time, and then they just disappear into nowhere. Or the kind
they do that all the
that
time.
comes really, 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 really late. They keep saying that they're on their way when we call them, but they're actually still at home. It's very frustrating sometimes. Yes, flakes are indeed there.
Well, sometimes I do that too, so I'm sorry. I
Okay.
can't really help it.
It looks like
I have
that.
a schedule.
Oh yeah, we understand that part. Now our next story that is from Tang,
Yeah.
and it's a follow up. This actually came in last week, but we didn't get a chance to read it last week,
Right.
And so we're reading it now. Tang, I know that it's only a few days until you go to Singapore, and I know that you kept asking about the girl who went on. So this is kind of an update,
Yeah.
more of trying to solve the problem. It's more of an update.
go ahead.
Yeah, give it to you guys. So this is what Tang wrote us. Obviously, last time we left off, there was a girl that he met. Now they planned a trip to go to Singapore together. We kept asking.
Actually, she was coming to the Singapore, right?
Yeah, so he's in Hong Kong, so he's going to Singapore too.
Oh, okay. So they both
We're
was
gonna go.
meet
Yeah.
at the.
Yeah, they're going to meet in Singapore. He bought her the ticket, and we
Right.
were worried that she was using him for just,
Money.
the free ticket.
Cash.
So he was worried about that. He did say that he was paying for the ticket, and we were worried that we hoped that it wasn't this, but we were worried that she might be using him for the free vacation.
You're
So
like
this
such a
is
mom or something.
so this is how this is how the message goes. So apparently, to make things short, according to Tang, the girl that was supposed to come gave the excuse that her sister said that she can't go on the trip. Now,
Whatever.
now, just to give a little bit more of an explanation, I mean, for Asian households, depending
Yeah.
on how the siblings are brought up, if the older sister is either a lot older or maybe has wears the pants in the house, obviously this could be something that could be done. She might listen to her sister.
Of course, like your mom or your sister, your brothers. Yes, but I'm an only child, so I can't
Yeah,
really.
I'm an only child, so I can't really relate. Anyways, but yeah, so her sister said it wasn't a good idea to come because they don't know each other that well. Now, obviously he wasn't satisfied with this because later on, during an SMS, so a big old long text, she said, "Could you talk to my sister for me and persuade her to let me go?" Now, Tang says that he didn't want to do this because it's family matters. They're
And
not
it's too
dating
much.
yet. They're not even dating yet.
Yeah, it's too much.
And to get into family matters, he felt that this was not something that he should be doing.
Maybe she knew.
And then she replies by saying, "I'll pay for my parents. Can my parents go with me?" And then Tang says, "Well,
You know what?
I don't mind, but it's not like I live in Singapore and like I have a villa there and you guys can all stay there. I mean, I'm going to visit as well." And so apparently it's got him thinking, what should I do? Now,
Really?
I don't know. I don't want to have to say that she's using you for
I don't think
money.
she's using you. She's using.
I think
you,
she
but
genuinely really wants to go. I feel that out of her family and her being Korean, I think that she's trying to be a little outgoing, considering that she is Korean. But her family members are very Korean. You know, they're very conservative.
Yeah,
they want to be
Koreans
on
are
the safe.
conservative.
Yeah, they want to be on the safe side. And obviously, she's a daughter, going halfway across the world with a man that you don't know that well. I mean, it could be very dangerous. So I know that there.
If she really wanted to go, she will not be telling her parents.
True.
Like, she will make some kind of excuse, or like going to like school MT or something like that.
True.
She'll make a really she'll make up with excuse.
True.
So, yeah, and maybe I don't know. Maybe she's listening to our radio.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what? Don't do that.
I feel that, Tang, you know what? I feel that for this trip, go by yourself with your connection with her in general. I say go with it. I mean, you know, keep it going on for a little bit more. Get to know her a little bit more.
Yeah, you
first.
need to know her first.
Get to know her a little bit more first, and then start making those other moves. Because, I mean, for Stephanie and I to think about it in the other way around, let's say Helen, Tang, Tang, you've come to the studio, so Helen, one of our loyal listeners, all I know is that he's one of our loyal listeners from what he showed us, and you know, like through SNS and whatnot.
Right.
That's all I have information-wise about him and what he replies to on our show. With that, I know that Helen's a really cool guy. I'd really love to meet up with him, but if he said that he was going to send me tickets to go to the States to go on vacation with him, regardless of me wanting to go to the States, I mean, obviously, it could raise a lot of questions on my part and on my family's.
Of course.
So if we think about it in her steps, or in her, her footsteps, or in her shoes, I feel that we would probably be acting the same way, you know, not giving excuses, but more so, I guess, worried about what would go on, because we know Tang from our listener, but obviously she doesn't know him as well as we do.
Right.
So I think it's just precaution. Get to know him, or get to know her a little bit better, and then see. Tang, I think that making a trip to Korea would be a lot easier to ease things up.
To Korea and meet
then,
her.
if you guys start hitting things off, then think about going on vacation.
Yeah, because we can't really say anything, but for me, somehow, maybe I'm like a psychic or something like that. But I don't think she's your significant other.
Your mate, your soulmate.
Yeah.
Felicia says, OMGS, older siblings, they are so overprotective that you can't even do anything, especially when you're the youngest. I can understand the girl situation, even though it's frustrating for the other person. There's not much to be done. I mean, even with making excuses, like you guys said, sometimes it's really hard to, when you guys are living with overprotective households, really can't do something, and fighting or lying makes matters even worse. True.
It's ugly truth.
Yeah, it is an ugly truth. David says, how conservative is Korean? I mean, is it still very conservative over there?
Oh, yes, of course. The parents. The parents' age, yes. But we can't really, because our parents, they're Americanized.
No. Actually, I think it's a little bit different. I feel that the parents here in Korea are adapting a little bit more with the times, more than our parents that go to the States. Because if I look at even my family, my aunts and my mom and everybody, it seems that the age era that they stopped living in Korea, their thoughts on Korea kind of stops there.
Like 70s.
Yeah, so 50s, it stops 60s, there, and they don't evolve. So I feel that the parents here in Korea are a lot more open-minded than the parents back in the States on certain matters.
Yeah.
But conservative-wise, what I'm saying is, David, to kind of clear up the conservative that we're talking about, is more so.
Hi, David.
Girls, need to be a little bit more cautious. Obviously, before they get married, they
especially
have to be very careful.
And if you go to like other country, that's a big problem.
So, when I'm talking about conservative, I'm talking about that kind of conservative. You know, being quiet, wishing that their daughters, you know, meet a nice guy.
Like how to pour the tea or something like that. That's so.
No,
No, just kidding.
I don't think. What kind of people have you been meeting? I don't know people that do that these days.
I don't know.
I think the guys that you've dated, their moms were weird.
Yeah, or you know what? The chopsticks. How to use the chopstick if you like.
If
they
you don't
see
use chopsticks wrong?
like the right way, or you know the
wrong way.
Yeah, because we in Korea we have a rules. No, not rules, but
there's a proper way to hold your chopsticks.
Yeah, it's like how to use the chopstick, right? So they see it, of course.
But that's
I fixed my chopstick problem because of the, you know.
Really? Because of how elders looked at you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for my future husband.
Wow.
Oh,
see,
yes.
I think Stephanie.
I'm a nice girl.
No, I think Stephanie's still living in the 19th century. I think she's dating guys that have really weird moms. I feel that, yeah, I don't think the parents these days are like that.
Do you use fork?
No. My grandpa was actually very strict with chopsticks, but
see,
that was just him. I've never met somebody in Korea, an adult, that said anything about chopsticks.
They didn't actually like.
Some of your members don't even know how to hold chopsticks. What you talking about?
Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's for me.
Okay, so Tang, the owner of the story, says, yeah, I think I was reckless to start with, but anyways, things have been sorted out, no bad feelings. I wasn't really upset, actually. And yeah, Steph, that was what I was thinking, too. The part about her not being the one, I guess perhaps I should be more realistic as well. Well, Tang, no, the realistic part, I think you still have a good head on your shoulder. It's just
because we don't know the real situation.
No, but also that, just to kind of give you the insight on girls, I mean, Tang, we love you and we know who you are, but I mean, these days to meet somebody online and to actually literally get on a plane and fly halfway around the world, I mean, it is very risky.
Yeah,
it is very risky. So, to get to know a person beforehand, come to Korea a lot more often, and then Stephanie and I will take you out so that you can enjoy some nice out. Anyways, it's already time for us to close the show and say goodbye to Stephanie. Next week it's going to be the Chuseok holiday, so we're going to have Stephanie in the studio with us then.
Really?
Yes.
I have a performance.
Oh, well, sorry, you're coming to the studio. We have Vivid take us out of the studio today with 딱 걸렸어.
딱 걸렸어.
You've been caught. So enjoy this track, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.